Futura up to the gates, goes in. Kailua Castle steps forward, completes the lineup. They're in a straight line, ready to run at the 2,000 meter mark. Flag goes up, gates fly, racing to the roar of the crowd in the J&B Met. Punta Renus landed running from Louis the King, who's up there with the speed. Talina, Orion is pushing through on the inside rail as they link onto the course proper and head towards the 1700. On the move, we got Fayd'herbe Blue, who's pushing forward on the outside of runners. Next, we got Power King, who's sitting on the rail in the yellow colours, and he's 5 lengths off that leader. A length and a half behind that comes Futura, who's a neck in front of Jet Explorer. 2 further back, we got Dynamic, who's a half a length in front of Johnny Rockets. Then it's Gold Onyx being followed by Astro News, and Paterfamilias is racing at the end of the line, and they stretched out. 16 lengths cover the field as they leave the back of the track behind, roll into that far turn with 1,200 meters left to run. Fayd'herbe Blue sets the pace in the J&B Met. Louis the King is in second. A neck away on the inside comes Punta Renus third. Then comes Kailua Castle creeping closer. Talina between runners. Orion, the blue colours, on the rail, and he's 5 lengths off that leader. A length and a half behind that comes Futura and Power King. These two are side by side, and they 10 lengths off the leader. 2 further back, we got Jet Explorer, who's sitting on the inside of Dynamic. Gold Onyx is being followed by Johnny Rockets. Then comes Paterfamilias, and Astro News is gonna whip them in as they flatten for the run to the judge in the J&B Met with 600 meters left to go. Fayd'herbe Blue is the one in front. Punta Renus along the inside. Louis the King is being angled to the middle. Deeper out comes Kailua Castle. Talina. Power King gets going. Futura still 3 off the leader. 300 meters left to go. Fayd'herbe Blue is hanging tough in front. Punta Renus. Now Louis the King gets popped the question. Power King gets going. Futura is coming home full of running between runners. It's Futura that strikes the front with 100 meters left to go. And Futura is drawing clear. Futura wins the J&B Met. Close behind that, Gold Onyx and Fayd'herbe Blue in a photo. Then came Talina back in fourth. It's a plan come together for trainer Brett Crawford, jockey Bernard Fayd'herbe, as he punches his hand in the air, and Futura, who was victorious 3 weeks ago in the Lormarar Queen's Plate, had come through between runners, hit the front, entering the final 150, and is now stretching away from them into the closing stages. Futura shows his class, just being punched out to victory, and eases up at the line, does number 2 Futura. It's a case of heads up, heads down behind that. As they hit it, Gold Onyx is going to finish a short head in front of the long-time leader, Fayd'herbe Blue. Then came Talina running on next best to round off your quartet, followed by Louis the King, who never kicked on in the straight. Towards the inside of them, we had Punta Renus. Power King was on the rail. Paterfamilias will be followed by Orion. Then we had Dynamic. Johnny Rockets will finish well down the field. Here's there on replay. Fayd'herbe Blue hanging tough. Louis the King got angled out, but he's become very one-paced in the closing stages as Futura swept into the lead, into the final 150, and you can put the number in the frame as 2 Futura comes home to win the J&B Met of 2015. Second, I'm going to give to 4 Gold Onyx, ahead of the pacemaker 15 Fayd'herbe Blue, and fourth going to Talina. And there's a nice close-up shot of the winner. Number 2 Futura, Bernard Fayd'herbe, wins it for trainer Brett Crawford and owners John Freeman, Ian Longmore and Jack Mitchell. Well done to all concerned.
Well, number 2 Futura has put his name on the board with very few others as winning the Queen's Plate and the J&B Met in the same year. He's done it, and he's done it well. Full marks to his trainer Brett Crawford. They were confident, they weren't concerned about the pace, and of course Bernard Fayd'herbe, he knew what he had under him, has produced him at the right time, the son of dynasty. This one bred, of course, by Guy Murdoch, a 500,000 rand purchase for his connections, John Freeman, Ian Longmore and Mr. Mitchell. They've all going to be hugely excited as they lead this fella in for the 7th time in his career. He's only had 11 starts, D's, and he's pulled off the Queen's Plate and the J&B Met.
Absolutely. Is number 2, Futura. Is a 4-year-old bay called by Dynasty out of Scrib the Cat by Badger's Drift. Owned by Messrs. John Freeman, Ian Longmore and Jack Mitchell. Trained by Brett Crawford and ridden to victory by Bernard Fayd'herbe. Second to number 4, Gold Onyx. Third to number 15, Helderberg Blue. And fourth to number 7, Talina. 2, 4, 15, 7. That's the numbers that the judges are posting up into the frame as number 2, Futura, takes a winning lap, a lap of honor down the straight. And he won the race in 2 minutes, 08.35 seconds. On the track, doing his victory lap of honor, is number 2, Futura. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2015 J&B Met, now being led into the winner's enclosure, John Freeman, Jack Mitchell, Ian Longmore. They leading. Futura into the number 1 box. Nancy Mitchell has just joined the winning connections, and so too Jill Crawford. Put your hands together for Futura, winner of the 2015 J&B Met.